All right, folks, I got a good little car here. These things are kind of near and dear to my heart just because I used to sell these brand new all the time, and they were such good little cars. This is a 2000 Chevrolet Cavalier, and this is definitely going to be a case of what you see is what you get. This is nothing more than a basic four-door sedan that runs good. As you can see, there's no check engine lights, no warning lights on. I mean, other than one telling you I got to put my seatbelt on. It's basic, it's got roll-up windows, all of that, but the interior is nice and clean. The exterior is a little rough around the edges, but it's not bad. You know, power steering, power brakes, anti-lock brakes, which I think is great. This thing also has, I'm just trying to think here for a second, ice-cold air conditioning. We'll check out the radio.
Why are there great deals on KBB.com's most trusted brand?
And there you see that works. And then we'll go in here and you can see it's got 170,613 miles on it. And I gotta tell you, it just seems to be a decent little car. Like I said, a little rough around the edges. It's not perfect, you know, but what, 14-year-old, 170,000 mile car is. But the beautiful thing about this car is gonna be the price. Naturally, it's gonna be a very reasonable price on it for, a good little car. All right, let's take a look at the outside. You can see there's your door panel. Pretty nice, pretty clean. Show you the driver's floor. There you go. Nice, clean there. Okay. And let's see what else we got. Coming around. Oh, I know it does have 4 matching Goodyear tires. I didn't bring my gauge out with me, but I'm going to guess that's probably about half the tread left on that left front. The rear tire is actually quite a bit better, so I'm going to say, oh yeah, they feel like they have almost, probably 3/4 or more of the tread left on that. The front tires, just so you know, always wear down a little quicker because they're the drive wheels. Yeah, and this is the same as the other side, probably at least 3/4 of the tread left. What I would do, put the rear tires on the front. Yeah, and this one, like I said, that's like a little less than half probably would be my guess. All right, body-wise, let's see. Right front fender looks pretty nice. Right front door looks pretty good. No major dings, no major scratches. All right, let's go take a look here. Here's your passenger compartment on this side. You can see the seats are in nice shape. They're not all beat up and worn out and stained or anything. And there's your headliner. There's your door jamb, as you can see, and we'll do your door frame. Again, it looks like there's been, a little bit of touch up. You can see right down here, there's, a little bit of the expected corrosion. Again, nothing major, but, the car actually looks pretty decent. Here's your roof. Could be a little cleaner, but it took me a few days to get to this video. So, unfortunately, I'm a little behind the times as far as the cleaning. Here's your door jamb. We're at the right rear right now. There we go, door frame. There you go, there you have it. Oh, actually I want to do along the rocker. Let's step back a little. Yeah, it's got a little bit of corrosion down there, but I'll try to be as honest as I can, show you what I got. There you go. And let's see, right rear quarter panel looks pretty good. Around the gas cap looks like a little bit of painted corrosion, not bad. Rear bumper actually looks really nice and clean on this. I mean, a little scuff right there, but other than that, for an older car, it's actually in really good shape. Let's take a look underneath here. There you have it. Nice, decent sized trunk here. For a 4-door, not bad. There you go. I don't know if that's a fold down seat or not. Looks like, oh, look at that. It looks almost like a brand new spare and all the tools are there. So that's comforting. All right, here's your deck lid. A couple little scratches, whatnot. Like I said, overall, pretty decent looking car. Left rear quarter panel actually looks to be in pretty good shape. There's a little spot there. There's your roof on this side. Alrighty, now we're going to do the back. There you go. This is your left rear door jamb I'm doing, and left rear door frame. have it. And of course the driver's door, which on the surface again looks pretty decent. The whole car looks pretty decent. You know, I'm sure there's some issues coming down the road, but come on, I mean, again, older car, cheap price, it's not going to be perfect. This would just be a perfect little car for the new driver or for the commuter or whatever. This would be a great, good, inexpensive little car. Left front fender, it actually looks to be in pretty good shape. Coming around to the front of the car. Yeah, the front bumper looks to be in pretty good shape too. It's not all busted up down low like a lot of them can be. Take a look underneath the car. If you see anything, there's a, what do you call it there? A little shield or something in the way. And of course the most important part of the vehicle right here, 2.2 liter basic 4-cylinder Chevy engine. These things go a long, long time. That's what I know. See if I can figure out how to rev it up for you. And as you saw, bringing it right up to the rev limiter, there's no high rev knock, no valve train noise. I mean, this is, like I said, a really decent running little car. All right, and on the hood, you know, you got your obligatory little, what you call it, stone chips, etc., that sort of thing. Windshield looks like the glazing is all in one piece. I don't see any cracks or chips that are obvious. All right, but all of this is great. You know, it's a decent looking little car, but you know what? The main thing is, how is it going to run? And that's what we're going to do now. We're going to take it for a test drive. Okay, one thing I wanted to point out before we go for our test drive is I always get asked a lot of questions. First of all, the first one is, it says check gauges. That is not the same thing as a check engine light. If you'll notice, we're very low on gas. I do have to put some gas in the car. Once I put gas in the car, that light goes away. The other one is when you put the car in gear, that little green light goes on. It's supposed to, all right? That is for what's called daytime running lights. It means the low wattage headlights are on all the time. It was a GM thing back in the mid to late 90s, early 2000s that they did. But I'd like to explain those things first. That way there's no misunderstandings. All right, we're gonna go take it for a ride now. Okay, we're gonna take it for a ride. Before we get going though, this is something I do in all my videos for all my cars, is I show you that the car will start just as good warm as it does when it's cold. You saw it start ice cold before, first thing this morning. Now the car's had an opportunity to warm itself up, and I wanna show you that it'll start again fine then. And of course it does, it starts right up. But it's really important because certain cars, depending upon the age, whatever, will actually behave differently depending on the age of the engine. So you always want to see a car start cold, and you want to see it start warm. And of course, you know, all the lights are out now. There's no warning lights on because, you know, the gas gauge is stabilized a little bit because we're on flat ground. And there's no other check engine or warning lights on. Like I said, this is a very, you know, kind of a basic car. It's a safe car, dual airbags, anti-lock brakes, like I said. And I will test them for you to show you that they work. It's going to be a very reasonably priced, small four-door sedan. That's really what it's all about. And as you see, it shifts nice and fine through all the gears. Doing 50 miles an hour, no problem. Take my hands off the wheels. You can see the car doesn't like shoot to the left or to the right, you know, in a real bad way. So that tells me that the front end's in good shape. I just try to describe to you all the things you would notice on a test drive. You know, or the things I would notice on a test drive. If I see something wrong with the car, something doesn't feel right, I'm going to tell you about it. And I put a lot of pride into this work that I do, and, you know, I like to be as honest and straightforward as I possibly can. Now, that doesn't mean I won't miss something from time to time. Yeah, of course it happens. But for the most part, almost 100% of my customers walk away satisfied. All right, here we go. We're going to head back now. Nice smooth shifts. I will be the first one to admit this is not a rocket ship. It's only a 2.2 liter 4-cylinder engine. You're not going to win any drag races with this car. But what you will have is good fuel economy and just a decent, reliable little car for cheap money. I'm going to do that brake test I was telling you about, and all that really consists of is I pull into this vacant lot across the street from my place. I know there's a patch of loose gravel. I pull over that, let go of the steering wheel, slam on the brakes. About the only thing you can tell visually is just keep your eyes on the steering wheel, and you'll be able to see. What you don't want to see is the wheels swinging wildly to the left or to the right. Other than that, I'll try to describe to you what I feel. I usually do this at about 20-25 miles an hour. Here we go, and all right, fantastic. As I knew, but I wanted to show you guys the vehicle does have anti-lock brakes, and that's why you saw the wheel, twitching like that. It's supposed to do that. I don't know if the microphone's sensitive enough on this camera to for you to have been able to hear, but I could also hear the anti-lock brake pump activating. So that's all good news. That means that obviously the anti-lock brakes work. All right, now I'm going to do a little recap for you guys. This is a 2000 Chevrolet Cavalier 4-door sedan, 4-cylinder automatic transmission. It's got 170,614 miles on it. Nice looking car, in and out, runs good, but it is exactly what it looks like. A pretty basic yet decent, reliable little car for you. All right, we're gonna take one more walk around the outside. Pop the camera off here. There you go. And we'll get, I have it parked out in the sun too. I did the interior in the shade because it casts too many shadows out here. But I like to show the exterior in the sun so you can just get a really good look at it. Alright, so there you have it. So, if you or someone you know needs a economical, reliable, very inexpensive little car, this would be the one for you. And as I always do, I hope this goes to a good home. Thanks.